What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Ranny's Coaching with Rhett Sellum. Here we have Rhett Sellum on the mic. How are you doing? What's going on, man?
Oh, I'm doing great. Wonderful intro. Let me introduce KingRanny.
Are you going to recover and be comfortable with what I do afterwards? This is about to be answered. His first killer's now been put on the back foot. Ranny has the entire pitch to dribble with, and he uses the follow-up pressure perfectly.
He is a top 100s ones player, Twitch streamer, YouTube content creator, and for a certain price, you can pay for his services. He is a coach over on GamersRdy to help with mainly 1v1s in Rocket League. Instead of spending money on Rocket League items, why not spend it on Rocket League self-improvement? So I asked Randy's permission, and he said, yeah, sure, go ahead and record our sessions. I'm cool with it because I'm a cool guy. So these are going to be the sessions that I have paid for with Ranny. I'm going to have, try to cut it down because it was a 2-hour long session. But it was a cool experience. I enjoyed it. I recommend it if you're really serious into Rocket League and actually want to improve yourself. And Ranny's a pretty cool guy. So here is the full, well, not the full, but the cut it down session that I had with Ranny. Hopefully you enjoy the video and possibly learn something.
I see so much Florida man memes and stuff.
Yeah, we got some
always.
characters down here.
Are you one of them?
No, I have not. I have not made it to Florida men status yet. One day when I'm old and drunk and homeless, I maybe will make it there.
I can imagine like setting a goal to make it on that subreddit. I don't know. Just growing up as a kid, you're like, I want to be up there. I want to be one of those Florida guys. Okay, so you sent me the replay. I got it saved. But what I want to do first is just do a 1v1 game together.
All right.
I looked at your camera settings and I hate them. Only because of the distance. The distance is really far. But you do use a high ultra wide, so maybe it works better for that. I don't know.
All right.
So I'm going to just play like I normally do for about the first half of the game.
Okay.
And then the second half, I'm mainly just going to give you mostly just offense. I'll just feed the ball back to you and see some of your dribbles. That way I can kind of see both parts.
Don't worry, me. I'm gonna be nervous as hell.
Nah, you're probably fine. Being nervous is normal. I haven't played a single person who wasn't nervous during the first minute. I just call them sissies and say like, get over it. That'll be pretty mean. So the first thing I'm probably going to help you with is kickoff. Looks like your kickoff is fine for the most part, but I'm gonna see if I can tweak it at least, because having a consistent kickoff is so strong. What's your normal rank, by the way? Your ones rank?
Right now I'm Diamond 2.
Okay. Is that your highest rank?
Right now it's I think one of my only main rank.
Oh really?
Because most of this month I've been practicing for the tournament I was in.
Yeah. What tournament?
Walmart ran a tournament with
oh yeah, I remember. You told me about that.
I got up to losers round 8, like 3 matches away from the finals, but they had some C3s, and I got pretty close to beating the champ 2, but did not, obviously.
Nah, I've hit some scary 45s too, that's for sure. Oh god, that doesn't work. Oh no. Alright, it's over 230, so I'm gonna give you possession for the most part.
Alright.
Still gonna be shadowing, but just wanna see your dribbles.
Bam, there it is. Okay.
Damn, that's a good looking card. So, are you interested in hearing any of my philosophies for not tilting, or are you already familiar with all of them?
I have heard your philosophy on Gerald, and that's about it.
Just Gerald, really?
Because I think that was the main video that said tilt.
Yes. How not to tilt in Rocket League.
Yeah.
What a perfect video. That's a masterpiece. Masterpiece video. Okay, well, I can tell you about him after this game. I'll go over them because I do quite a few things. I have some small philosophies that make 1v1s a lot more entertaining for me, or enjoyable, and it makes so I tilt a lot less. Besides rounds. No!
Oh, yeah.
Balls. Is he going for wall hits? Bad Florida man. Bad.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Giving too much space there. You were following me pretty well, but whenever they're cutting across, yeah, whenever they're cutting across like that, it's honestly not a bad place to challenge, unless they're like dribbling it like on the ground, because if they're dribbling it on the ground, you need 50-50. It's just they have less chance to put it towards your net if they're cutting across the field like that. It'll only like pinch to the side or something. That's the boost.
Oh. Boost, come back. Why do you leave me? I was not comfortable enough with taking it across my own net there.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Fuck! 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 I'm so upset.
So tell me your philosophies on that tilted.
I just let it out, man. Just let it out. Nah. I get salty about my shooting because I practice it so much. Whenever I miss something that is a shot that I've done a million times, I'm like, no, kill me. But no, I'm at the point where I don't usually let anything like stick if I do get angry. I may yell about it for a second, but I always do it to myself. I don't ever complain in text chat or anything.
I did not want to jump. Come back down.
Do some striker training. By the way, that's going to be part of this coaching session. It's me telling you to do striker training.
I read the thing.
The thing.
Your description for your GamersRdy. It has the whole the whole agenda on it. Look at the terrible off the wall shit. Part of the problem is I didn't know what to do with the ball that far off the wall in my position.
Yeah. Well, you can. That's in one of those situations I would just kind of give my opponent the ball if I am not in a good position to like bounce it to myself and go for a dribble. I will go for like a wall shot or something, or I'll just like put it to the corner. Ooh, that was so close. Then I'll go back for boost and then go for the fake challenge shadow again. It's kind of like a reset. Right, we're at 2 minutes, so all you have the dribble attempts for now. This will just kind of help you see what a good distance to shadow from is good.
Yeah, okay.
What a good distance is for shadowing. Right, there you go. I might have flicked it in one kind of play. Wow. Wow.
Not tilted.
Nah, you're fine, man. Oh hell yeah, that's solid. Gave me a save for that. I don't know if that was in, but it was close. Much better. Okay, so you got some bops.
See, I can do it if I'm not trying to do something.
Right.
I
can't just do a single thing whenever people tell me to. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't ask that from you. Don't you dare. Okay. Almost. This is about how far I would be shouting from. And you did it really well too. You waited until so whenever your opponent is shadowing you, something that I try to do is if they're not going to challenge, I'll just keep driving until I'm really close to the net, because the closer you are to their net, the less time they're going to have to react to the shot before it goes in their net. So usually with shadowing, I always that's why I always try to play close, and I go for I'm just going for a shot apparently. I go for a challenge before they can get very close to my net. Right there, I probably should have. But
okay. Not let this overtime end like that. Oh, what the hell are you doing?
Hello. I'm getting back. Don't worry. Don't mind me. I need a boost, okay? So I had to go get some. So usually the people that have told me they're having trouble with their flicks, all have the same problem, and it's that they can't dribble well enough. Usually you need to be able to. I've seen your dribbles from your montage that you sent me. It seems like you have okay dribbles, but it probably needs to be a little bit better until you can get like
really more consistent
flicks. Yeah, it needs to be steady on the car. That way, if you try to jump while it's bouncing and it's not in a good spot too, then there's no way you're gonna be able to get a flick off, or at least not nearly a good one. You're gonna have like a utility flick where it just kind of goes up or something like that.
I didn't actually think you were gonna watch that.
I watched it before right before, so it's fresh in my mind. Yeah, you had a few good shots in that. All right. So yeah, what you need to do is just like have the ball really steady on the car, and that just comes with a lot of dribble training, a little dribble practice. You got it right there. Now it's just a matter of like having it in the right part of your car and turning the right direction and getting the timing right, like that. But yeah, it's probably good to work on the front flicks and side flicks first before you start worrying about the 45s, which I've seen some good front flicks from these so far. I don't know if I've seen a good side flick yet. I don't know if you've seen Verge's video, but I covered this a little bit in that video.
Yeah, I saw Verge's video where you featured.
Plugs. It was awesome. The side flick is just super good because it's the flick that you can do besides the musty flick. It's one of the only flicks you can do whenever the ball is like really far forward on your car. So far forward that you can't do a front flick, you can still do a side flick. So yeah, there's like a point of no return for front flicks. It's like pretty much on the octane, like off your car already, but it's still in the air. Your car is still technically under it, just like the front of the hitbox is, but not your hood or whatever you call it. Then you can still do a side flick, and it actually goes really fast if you do it in the right spot. So I really like side flicks for that because you can get a lot of speed on it. Oh, gotta make sure I save it. Hurry. Got it. All right, that was actually really close. That would have sucked. Okay. Okay, so for the philosophies, let's see what's a good place to start. I have a few. So first thing that I start off with is just like I want to have as few excuses as I can whenever I play. So I always start off my ranked sessions with like a 30-minute warm-up. That way, by the time I get in game, I have just almost no excuses for missing a shot. If I miss a shot, it's, so be it. At least I put time into shooting those kind of shots beforehand. So I do like 20 minutes of striker training, and that just gives me one less excuse if I miss a shot. Because if I didn't do the training, I'd be like, man, maybe I would have scored that if I had done training beforehand.
I gotta start doing that again. I used to do that with the dribble trainer. I did that with a dribble trainer. I did that. Actually, I did that with some workshop maps for the dribble and aerials for car control. And I used to do the cherry picker trainer and a few others before I played. I just got lazy. I need to go back to doing them.
Well, I can give you my favorite striker training if you want it.
Yeah, I think the one you were featuring in one of your videos, which just made me very angry because I was trying to hit it the way you were hitting him and not that
it's
corner
the
shot
striker
one.
Training?
Yeah.
That's why I put Grand Champ in it, man. It's
I know.
So hard. It's literally the same kind of shots that like I see a lot of pros do, and it's something that I've been having trouble with. So I'm like, I want to make a training pack just to work on these kind of shots where like you have to get around it and then hit it off the bounce, and yeah, it's difficult because I have to like slow down and get around it too. I can't just go full balls to the wall on most of them. So yeah, this one I'm sending you is a lot better for that. In fact, I actually have another video on it, but it's a little bit farther back. It's like how to power shot like a pro. But I've done the same training over and over. I did this training every single day for over a year since I got it. And I still do it almost every day. I don't do it literally every day because I made that.
Oh, Vince's. I remember you doing a video on this one.
Yep, I swear by that training pack. It's just so helpful. It's easy to get into. It's not incredibly hard. Like you can hit the ball almost every time. But it mainly just focuses on you being able to flip in a certain way, flip in the most efficient way possible to get power on it, because it doesn't let you get supersonic. It starts you like really close to the ball. There's like minimal adjustment that you do. Like for a few of them, you may have to like turn to the side just a little bit, and that's like the hardest part of the training pack. The rest of it is just doing the shots over and over until you kind of get it down in your muscle memory. So yeah, I do each of those shots. It's only 9 shots in it, but I do each one like 20 times or so before going on to the next one. And I just kind of like, I just try to spam them until I feel comfortable with them, and it helps so much in game. It helps so much in game, especially on like 2s or 3s, because some of the later ones are like long booming clears, long booming shots, and the ball's not allowed to touch the ground, so you have to just put it straight in the net. So it's pretty cool. It's a very helpful training pack. Sweet. Let's see. Other than that, I always respect my opponents. This is just something that I've always preferred to do, just because I'm a fairly nice person. I've always have been an optimistic kind of guy. What I feel is that whenever I respect an opponent, I take the loss a lot better than if I didn't respect them. Because if you lose to someone that you disrespect, or you think is just an asshole or doesn't deserve to win, like they're a lot worse than you, if you let your ego kind of get in the way, and you lose to them, and you're being toxic to them, then you're gonna feel a lot worse than if you like commend them on their shots, because you just get kind of extra competitive, a little bit more into it whenever you toxic or you banter with them. So what I do is I say like nice shot after almost every shot they do. I always say good luck, have fun, and there is like some mind game to it, but the main reason for that is I really want both me and my opponent to be at 100% whenever we play, because that's what I find fun about Rocket League, is the fact that it's like an even playing field. There's no cheating involved. It's just a straight on physics game, you and your opponent. And with 1v1, there's no like kind of like outside
interference.
Yeah, interference is what I was looking for. Thank you. So yeah, whenever I'm nice to my opponents, I don't want to tilt them because I don't want them playing any worse. But it also has a side effect of making me tilt less, because I'm trying to be friends with everyone I play against, or I'm at least respecting them. Which just makes it a lot easier for me to kind of get in the zone and kind of focus on my gameplay. Another thing I do is I see 1v1s as a learning opportunity. I always have since I started playing them. Like, I didn't even like 1v1s when I first started. I don't feel like a whole lot of people do, because they're very frustrating and easy to get tilted in. But after I started like seeing 1v1s as like a learning experience, like every single game, it's been a lot better, because I don't know, I take losses a lot smoother compared to whenever I just wanted to get to a certain rank. Every time I try to go for like #1 in the world, I always tend to play worse. So I play each game as a chance to get better, and I try to look for things to help me improve. After every loss, also I try to, well, whenever I play a game, I take mental notes of things I have trouble with. Usually it's like it's like a shot or an aerial. I try to take a mental note of it, and if I lose, I go and work on it after the next game. After I lose or win, doesn't really matter. But I go in like free play or custom training just for a couple minutes, so that I am refreshed mechanically and also mentally. So that's mainly it. I probably have another one or two that I'm forgetting, but
usually I don't get angry at the opponent. I'll look at what I did to freaking let that get into the net. Even no matter what game mode I'm playing. From an old Squishy video, he mentioned in there that he doesn't get mad or get mad at his teammates. He looks at what he did wrong and what happened to get the ball into the goal. So did he do a bad touch up the field that caused the ball to go back towards the teammate that then had to make a panicky decision that led to the goal?
Mm-hmm.
So I try to do that type of thought process into it. It's just gotta keep myself out of getting too mad at myself for silly things.
Yeah, I feel like there's always gonna be some tilt involved. Like, it's impossible to be like not frustrated at all at things that you mess up.
Right.
But over time, it's definitely, and like with the right mindset, it's you can handle it a lot easier than other people that don't know stuff like that or don't really care enough to try. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So Luckily I did save that replay, so I'm gonna go ahead and share screen.
Yeah, let me, I was on shot 5.
Going through the training pack already?
Yeah. I was like, just sitting in here in the lobby listening to the tilt thing, and I was like, wait, I could be doing something right now.
Yep. Let's see.
Back to Discord.
Yeah, usually I'll do that training pack for about 20 minutes. Sometimes I'll do a workshop map. Lately I've been doing a workshop for like the last 10 minutes of my warm-up, and then I'll start queuing. Yeah, you can decide how you're going to hit it, just to make sure it goes in. There's some people that kind of do air roll shots on all of them. Other people that use almost no air roll. I was one of the people that use almost no air roll for a long time. I've only just started using air roll in some of my shots, like the past few months. But you can do it either way. It's really up to you. How are you not getting these boost packs?
I have an allergy.
Barely whipped it. Damn. So right here with the ball going so slow, you really don't need to be boosting so much. You might benefit from doing some no boost dribbles. That really helped me kind of get used to dribbling the ball with no boost. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but that'll make it so that you for one thing waste less boost, and also using too much boost whenever you don't need to makes the ball bounce on your car. That'll make it so that you for one thing waste less boost, and also using too much boost whenever you don't need to makes the ball bounce on your car, because it kind of like unsettles the ball. I can go back to that dribble, give you an example. So yeah, you're having to do all these little calculations to get the ball in a good spot in your car, where I would have just like had the ball like really smooth on the same spot for the most part. Then I would kind of boost at the last second to get the speed I need, not during the dribble. It's almost got me with that dunk though.
That was the contingency plan at the end.
I like it.
That's why I kept boosting through it.
I appreciate the fact that you're using ball cam here, because it's something that K-Dop does a lot of. He, especially with bounce dribbles, he always keeps the ball. He stays on the side of the ball, and he has ball cam on, and you have so much vision of your opponent at that point. If you stayed in card cam, that would have been a lot more awkward to hit.
Oh yeah, that's the whole reason I had it, so I was watching you.
Mm-hmm. Smart. To kickoff. She saved 34 that time. You could have used a bit more. That's a good way to know if you're using too much or too little. It's just if you're ending up with more than 20 boost, use more boost next time, or if you use less, try to use less boost. But it's usually after the first flip. This little wave dash to kick off there. After the first flip, usually if you do your first flip correctly, you don't need to use boost afterwards, and you can just use the momentum that you get from your first flip for the rest of the kickoff. This is so weird.
That was that moment I was trying to figure out what you were doing.
Yeah, I'd say striker challenge and then the dribble. Striker training and then the dribble challenge too would be your best bet if you want to really work on your ones mechanics.
All right.
Because your dribbles, while they're okay, they could be a lot better. Especially being able to keep control of the ball with no boost. Check from my perspective. So you see, I'm following your movements.
Yeah.
So I shadow correctly. I'm waiting for a chance to go into it. That would have been honestly a good chance to right here after this bounce. Well, no, a little bit before the bounce, because you were actually pretty far away from it for a second. It looked like. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was blind to it for. That's part of the reason I missed it. I should have turned on ball cam again.
Yep. Whee! You like the goal explosion? Poof.
Yeah, same one I had.
Oh, are you using that one too? Oh, I didn't notice. Shit. I must have thought it was mine. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. We can do another 1v1 before we end it.
Alright.
If you still got time.
I got plenty.
Alright, cool. Almost.
I saw that green champion.
I didn't see that. Nope.
You
Nope.
clean your
Nope.
desktop,
Hey,
sir.
it's me. I do. So for this game, try to focus on saving 20 boosts on your kickoff.
Okay.
Best way to do that, as a reminder, is to stop boosting after your first flip if you do your first flip correctly. If you notice that you still have like 32 boosts after your first flip, feel free to use that little extra boost to get you down to around 20, because you probably need to get to it at a good spot, or to get to it at a good time. Doesn't matter if you lose it or win it, as long as you're saving some boost. You're pretty set. You're not nearly as bad of a spot as you could be. Oh my god. Yep.
Ranny has left that one.
It's gonna go head on. Oh, well. I'm a bad coach. I was like, you're not actually gonna challenge me head on, right? You like sat there for a second thinking about it. I could tell. Oh, my poor heart. That's okay. That's part of 1v1s.
I was
For those head-on challenges they can surprise your opponent. And boy was I surprised. Let's see. Nice.
Ah. Boost. You're so delectable, but you should not be that. That should not go.
No, not the corner. Not when you. Well, when you're playing someone that doesn't know how to catch the ball or dribble it, yes, you could go for it maybe and get away with it. But against a grand champ, probably not.
Boost.
I've gotten scored on that way so many times. Back flip. Nice. I thought you were gonna go for another shot there. I was so confused. I like that though. Kind of hit it in procession.
Oh no.
Oh, I distracted you. It worked. Mwahaha. Oh no. 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 It's a terrible flip for me. We're reaching it pretty much at the same spot there. Just might have been a little bit slow on that one. Are you having any trouble saving the boost so far?
On the couple I remembered on some of them. That one I don't remember.
Okay, that's fine.
Close.
Shot for a demo.
Not go where I wanted it.
For that boost. I wanted that boost.
You need, it's okay. I had 12. I wanted that boost that I turned away. I didn't think I had enough time either way.
Probably not. Gee, went too fast there. I like that touch. He kept possession of it. Puts you in a good spot to dribble. Not gonna let you though.
Ah, that was a bad touch. That was a pass. There we go. I wanted to go up the wall.
Sorry.
Not so much hit the wall. That one I failed miserably.
Let's say, it doesn't look like you have any boost on that one.
No, that one I failed miserably. I fat thumbed.
Oh. Striker training. Striker training. That's telling me you need to do striker training. Nah, that's my go-to. Whenever I miss a shot, I'm like, oh, gotta do some striker training.
I
missed
heard
that
that
last
actually.
I say it every time. Beat it into my head.
Oh no.
Something
Ruthless
faster.
aggression.
Yep. I remind myself not to do that all the time because it's very annoying to play against.
Yeah, no.
Your shadowing actually had a really good spot there, though. I'd say just... Let's see. Well, you turned kind of late. You could have done a little drift turn or something, or maybe turned a bit faster back towards my net after I got that catch. Maybe you're going for the boost or something, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what it was a... Oh, boost. Oh, turn away.
Yeah, I did drift catch it, so it is hard to expect someone to do that, I'd say. So there's not a whole lot of diamond
that one
players that
had
can
20.
drift catch. Nice.
Boost. Goodbye.
I'm gonna give you offense for this remainder of the game.
Hmm?
Last minute. I'm gonna give you offense for the last minute.
Okay. I wanted to aim for the opposite corner that you were sitting at. Ah! That was my best attempt yet. I was hoping that would sneak in. You would know what to do.
I was so panicked. I was like, oh god, it's coming. I like it. Right plan. Right idea.
If I had the power, I feel like that one would have worked. Missed the power, so it didn't work.
Pass it. Ready? We got it. You got it. You got this.
Oh shit.
The catch.
That was
the
a catch
dribbles.
with ball cam.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow. Catching that on ball cam must have been tricky, honestly. That sounds so nauseating. It's probably like whips right onto your car.
Thank you for watching, and thank you to Ranny for having such patience with me and helping me out with my ones game. There is another episode of ones coaching with Ranny coming up. I did get 2 sessions, which is pretty cool. I might get another one after that, because Ranny is a pretty cool dude, and I learned a lot, and he's not a very stressful teacher. So, thank you for watching, and hope to have you subscribe, like, and all that stuff.